Hey, welcome to episode 10 of the Peep Show Talk. Can't believe it's 10 episodes already. And, we've had some great people on, and this is our first return visitor. It's Mr. Andrew Lang. Hello, Andrew.
Hello.
Yeah, if you enjoy these talks, think of this as kind of like a vlog or podcast. You might want to listen to it driving to work. If you enjoy these, like, share. If you don't enjoy these, well, just go watch something else. No one wants your negativity. Don't leave me any negative comments because I don't care. So
Just
anyway,
go.
huh?
Just go.
Yeah, just go. Why are you here? Why are you here? Can't you go somewhere else? Go, go. There's some cat video you can go watch or something else. So Haggerty, Barn Find Hunter, go watch that. Anyway, our hot topic today is actually a question about what's a better project, a better body, or a better driveline project. But we're also going to talk about websites. So that was kind of an unintended segue. But first, we're going to talk about projects. And, Andrew is always working on something. So what are you working on?
Well, I am really excited to report that as of January 1st, 2021, I took a little trip out with my buddy Derek out to Pennsylvania, and I can't remember the name of the town now, but recovered a frame and running gear of a late war Willys MB. Very, very excited to have it. It has a lot of great parts left on it. We will be restoring the frame. Uh, it's in quite good condition. The front and the back end's been kind of hacked into, but nothing that's not repairable. The frame itself is solid. I am very, very excited to be starting this project because restoring an MB has really been at the core of my heart since we restored the 1943 GPW. So my buddy Troy Wilcoxon has been keeping an eye out for me for anything local. And this popped up, even though there were no real good pictures at all. It was all like pictures here, like little, what do you call it, close-ups. And so I was taking a risk going out there. I did not know what the whole frame looked like. So needless to say, very, very happy with how it looked. Got a steering column and a steering wheel. I wasn't expecting that. There I am. We were just driving. We had just left this guy's place and we were coming back from Mercer's, the name of the town. And we came to this intersection and there's this beautiful old church to our 10 o'clock. And my buddy Derek was smart and said, you should get a picture of yourself taken with the Jeep. And I said, how about in front of the building? So we pulled up into the empty parking lot and got the picture taken.
Yeah. Um, is it just me or does this have like the Invisalign body on it?
It has the Invisalign body. You can't see it because it's not there.
Oh, okay. Looks like it's got a few
But
mods on it.
it does, but that's all going to be taken care of. My my thing with it is that besides the front bumper area and the rear cross member, this really hasn't been touched. They haven't cut the middle cross member out for T90, nothing.
Hmm.
So comparatively speaking, this is going to be a very straightforward frame to restore, and I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, and didn't you have a body lined up?
Yes, I do have a body. Again, Derek with General Taylor's surplus Jeep parts. He happens to have a late war MB body ready to go. So we'll be working on that, Lord willing, through the summertime. My buddy Troy Wilcoxon has my driveline in his possession. He got a spare drivetrain, all MB, T84J transmission, transfer case. And so I will be purchasing that and meeting up with him this
Hmm.
year.
Good.
We're working through that. So between Derek and Troy, I have 99% of the parts needed to complete this MB. And I'm very, very, very excited. In fact, I'm more excited about this than my M37 at the moment.
What tub is leaning up against it back there? Is that a Jeep tub?
That's an M38 A1 tub. That was on the Jeep, and he took it off and said it wasn't coming with it. And I'm like, fine with me. I
Yeah.
don't want it.
Yeah, because then you'd have to go find an M38 to go with it. So
The A1, I had one and dumped it. That's a whole different story.
yeah. Okay, so have you been able to figure out like the DOD and frame number, anything like that?
No, I did not. The Willys frame tag is long gone. In fact, part of that area has been welded over because of the modifications done. So what I'm going to do is restamp a new tag. And once again, Derek came through for me. And in my hand right here is an original quarter-ton Jeep serial data plate. And this Jeep will be adopting the serial number 432037 with a DOD of April 3rd, 1945. So that's what this Jeep is going to adopt.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too far off of when my WC51 was made, which was May of 45. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's great. You know, my slat has been moving along. I haven't done a lot of videos on it because it hasn't been that exciting lately, but one of the fenders is done. Turned out great. Had some patch panels and stuff on it and just got into
Okay.
primer. I just moved it to the point where now it's going to sit for the rest of the Jeep to get done. And look, it turned out really good. The other one is a work in progress. That one had a ton of work done on it. The seats are done. I had those two brackets that I removed, the modification, field modification brackets. Let's see if I can find them.
Are you going to put the brackets back on?
I am. I think I'm trying to put as much back on it as I found it. And it's funny, most people say they're either bolted on or welded on, and mine were bolted and welded on. Let me find these. Let's see here. Lots of. Oh, this is good. Navy submarine to be equipped with reflector
I
bolts.
know. I saw that too. Like,
I have
well, it would probably help.
lots of cat videos. I have a sick cat. He had surgery.
Uh,
Changing his name from Max to Grand because that's how much I've spent on him. Okay, yeah. So these are the brackets, and
what are they for?
these go on the rear panel and toolbox. So these three holes right here, this would be the one that's still got some paint on it would be that would be let's see where is the hole. Okay, let's look at the shiny one. That one would be the driver's side. Those three holes that form a triangle would go into the toolbox behind the lock, between the lock and the rear panel in that area.
Okay.
And then the bent side goes on the rear panel. And mine had a bolt just under the lip from the top. So there's a void in between there in a hat channel, I think it is. And so one went in there, the other one went down low. So
Okay.
the driver's side actually came off pretty well. Those things were, most of them were welded or bolted on. Mine was both. So it had bolts, 5 bolts I had to remove. And then there was just some nasty, I don't know what they used to weld those on there, like 7018 stick, and I was able to get them off. Again, you can kind of see what they look like, and in fact, this is the one that I welded more stuff back onto.
Very good.
To replace it, and actually, I was happy. It went pretty well. And
I
again,
would be, yeah.
And this is where you can kind of see where it sit. This would be the toolbox lid. This would be the back panel. And you can kind of
So it's
see.
kind of just a reinforcement.
Right, it was a field modification kit. So these were added on there, and this was just a big glob of weld. And you can kind of see here where that was at. And actually, most of the weld came off, but that's
Good.
been kind of the latest thing I've been doing. But you know, I worked on it probably 40 hours a week during during my off time at Christmas, and I usually get in about 20 hours a week.
Gotcha.
So, hey, let's talk about your Dodges. What's going on with your Dodges here?
The WC21 is coming along wonderfully. Just finished. You can see right there. Just finished up the original air cleaner that came with the vehicle.
Mhm.
Very happy with how it turned out. Did a minor sandblast job on the bottom, and I wire wheeled the top only because I didn't want to have any sand in the actual filter.
Mhm.
And of course, it fits perfectly under the carburetor. We performed a full rebuild on the carburetor, full cleaning. Everything went back together great. We still haven't fully nixed our issue with it needing choke to run. But needless to say, we're very, very happy with how it runs. It really is ticking them over really, really nice, very smooth. Just needs that choke, just needs a little bit less, between 1/8 and 1/4 inch there. And at some point you got to stop chasing ghosts.
Right. Right.
I mean,
Well,
if
and
that's what it's going to
it's going
want,
to
it
give you
wants it.
it's going to give you trouble when you drive it anyway. It's something's going to go haywire on it while you get it dialed in.
Maybe it'll sort itself out.
Unfortunately, you can't hear the sound on this, so we need someone in the background to kind of go make a motor sound. But it actually sounds pretty good. So let's see what other stuff you got going on here. Your headlights.
Yep. I'm really happy with how these turned out. These are the original headlights. And keep it right here because I'm just going to make a shout out. Do you notice a difference, a significant difference between that 6-volt blackout driving light and the headlight paint?
I can't really tell.
Well, let me tell you something. That's what, and I'm just doing a shameless plug, TM9 Ordnance paint. It's the best paint you can get because that blackout driving light is fresh out the box, never been opened in almost 80 years. This is the first vehicle it has been mounted to.
Hmm.
And look at how the paint matches. I can't say enough good things about how well that paint matches the original.
Well, the thing that stuck out to me was the 6 volt stamp on the back of my.
I know,
And I was
and
like,
I'm
where did you
so
get
happy.
that? Is that like some detail I never seen before, or like you got a stamp made or something? Now everyone's gonna have to do that. It's all your fault.
Well, hey, you know what? Just trying to help.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
like that. Although
I
my
think it's a great detail.
my WC8 and my slat don't have blackout lights, but
They
um,
don't. They should be on the far end of the fender.
nope. Nope, my WC8 has never had one mounted. There's no holes, there's no nothing.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
the slat was my slat had one, but it was clearly an aftermarket.
My
So,
command car didn't have the hole. It doesn't have the holes for it either, but this one did. So I wanted to make sure we got one mounted up.
uh-huh.
Those
Yeah.
are the original marker lights. My uncle restored those, and we solved our fuel filter issue. It was leaking pretty bad. It helps if you put a gasket, and I'm going to leave it at that. Hey, sometimes you just forget something. I found the original frame tag. Thank goodness. I was getting worried I couldn't find it. Found it in a bag with a tag. Like, just didn't know where I put the bag. So I
Mhm.
got that put in place and gave it an overspray of paint. And really, we're just about finished um, putting together the engine bay. We bled half the brakes. We're going to bleed the other half. Ran into some issues with the back bleeders. So we got to take care of that. But we're going to be filling up the transmission and transfer case and pumpkin balls with some oil here soon.
Wow, it's coming along great.
I couldn't be happier with it. I really couldn't be.
Is that the original frame tag or is that a new one?
That is the original, buddy, the OG.
Okay. Do you know how to read these?
Yes. So 4190 is going to be the first two letters are letters. The first two numbers are represent model year 1941.
Mm-hmm.
And 90 is going to be the code for the type of body that the vehicle is. So in this case, open cab express body. And then 28,600 is going to be your serial number for the body.
Right. Yeah, because my WC8 is 41, and I think it's maybe 29, and then
Yeah.
it's got the next couple digits. But
Yep. And when you get your build card, you will see that they wrote the body number down. Very happy with how the hood went on. Believe it or not, we required exactly 0 shims or anything to get that to line up perfectly with the body. We just bolted it in and everything just hooked in just beautifully.
That's great. I'm seeing if I can find my pictures of those. So you're working on that one. So it looks like that one's coming along nicely.
We're going to be looking at hopefully springtime when it's done.
And then which project's next?
Well, the MB. Lord willing, we're going to have a shop up. My dad is actually meeting with the contractor tomorrow at 3 o'clock to go over the quote. And we're going to move from there and see what they're going to do for us. So if the shop gets built up in the spring, then I am full steam ahead on the Willys MB. My M37 doesn't appreciate that. However, give and take. I've been wanting to do the MB a lot longer, so I wanted to get it done.
Yeah, this is the build card for my WC8. So 8 May 41. So the body tag is 4129 is the type, which is radio car. And then the body number is 269er right over here. So
let me show you something funny, because I'm going to dig out my build card and show you. I can. So I have 2 build cards here, but I'm only going to pull out one. This is for my, let me see if I can flip my camera around. Maybe I can't. There I go.
Oh, there it is. I see it.
This is my build card. And I want to show you a couple of unusual things. First of all, they wrote the hood number down.
Oh, nice.
And you have your sales order number, 74018. And you have your schedule number, spec number. Notice how it's crossed out and rewritten? Okay, something kind of cool about this truck. Technically speaking, this hood number is incorrect for this serial number. There were 3, and I'm trying to switch back and it's not working. Here we go. There were 3 minor contracts for the WC21 in the T215 series. I should say not contracts. That's the wrong word. It's a batch. There were 3 batches. One received a set of serial numbers and hood numbers assigned to it. The second one that was put together was for the British Lend-Lease program, so they did not get hood numbers assigned. And then the third batch got US serial numbers and hood numbers assigned to them. If you look at the front of the manual for the Dodge WC half-ton series, you know how they show the serial number and the the hood number range?
Right.
The last hood number in the first batch is 238778. So the hood number for our truck belongs on a first batch vehicle, but the rest of the truck, including the serial number, engine number, everything, motor number, belongs to a third batch vehicle. It's very odd. And I've had people look at it and tell me up and down, well, then it's a non-matching vehicle. And then I show them the build card and I'm like, well, build card says it matches. So the theory is that the real serial number belonging to 238778 is floating out there somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and the paperwork probably got put down or got lost or something like that, and they're in the middle of the third batch of production, and they're like, "Hey, Freddie, we found this paperwork. What do you want to do with it?" "I don't know. Throw it on that truck over there." "Okay, we'll put it on that truck over there." And that's how ours came to be
Mm-hmm.
what it is. And even the frame, when you look at our frame number, it's been over stamped. So the serial number that's on this build card is on the truck, but it got over stamped the original serial number.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
It's crazy. That's
Yeah,
why you can't. That's why you can't build a correlative list between serial numbers and hood numbers because of crap like this.
right. And have you seen these pictures?
No, let's have. Yes, I have, and that's your baby, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my radio car at the factory, 606,097, and
That's insane.
yeah, and I've got 3 pictures of it here. These are 2. David Doyle got me these. I'm pretty sure mine is somewhere in this picture, because these are all WC8s. This is the I forget what it is, like 30,000th vehicle ever made, by Dodge. And let's see if I can go back here. There's the other one, another one of the 2, and just the clarity of it, and you can like zoom in and to that level of detail, and you can see what the switches are and just
In other
everything.
words, you have no excuse.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the funny
You
thing is,
are
I love it when
under pressure.
people are like, no, that's not correct. I'm like, well, here it is. So whatever. But
How did you come across that thing again anyway?
it was for sale in a couple of the different Dodge groups out of Oklahoma City. And so it was a WC8, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty unusual. And so, and I was really just looking for a command car, but
Right.
and I saw the whole thread of John Duckett restoring his. I'm like, oh man, there's a lot to these.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm like, okay, well, this is a little different, which is kind of up my alley, and so I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. So it's and the on the back here, let's see here. Let's see if I can go to the next picture. Well, anyway, it's got those taillight protectors. I have the originals of those. It still has the marble reflectors, pieces of
Yeah.
them on it. So it doesn't have the radio box in the back, which would be installed later, but it's got the this box right here is the power supply feed for the radio,
Yeah. All
which would
right.
be a massive box in the back. Now it's funny if you look at the there were some photos of a WC8, the one that's down in I believe it's in Arizona. You can tell that the rear seat, the front seat back has been changed because it's got the traditional command car map box and folding table, but none of that's here.
No, it's not, which
So
makes sense.
yeah, well, because there's a big honking box that's going to go back in there. So, but if you look at the floorboard, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Here it is. Is it still sharing this?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the one down in Arizona, and I think it's fairly
It's jammed up.
unmolested.
It's jammed up, Tim. It's not showing me.
There, you see it now.
Nope. I do not see
Screen
it.
sharing is paused. Hold on. Let me stop, and then I will restart.
Yeah, restart it.
There we go. Good.
Okay, yep.
So this is the one down in Arizona. And, you know, pretty much the same, but when you get into the back seat of it, now if you look here, you can see the bolts and kind of an outline of where the radio box was located.
Right.
And this may be original, but I don't know.
Why would they need a map board when there's a whole freaking radio sitting in front?
Yeah, see the holes. One,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. And it basically goes up higher than the rear seat slightly.
Right.
So and like I say, I'm not sure of his serial number, so maybe his was an early one and they deleted that. But so there's this one, there's mine, and there's one in England right now. And those are the 3 that we're aware of. There were some in the MVPA directory, but they were all mislabeled. So anyway, that's that's that
Cool.
project. So I can't wait to get that one going again here, which I'm hoping will happen soon. But okay, so let's just talk about websites and YouTube stuff. I watch a lot of YouTube. I create YouTube, obviously. Oh, random question. Guess which country is the number 2 viewer channel on my YouTube channel?
I'm gonna go with France.
Nope.
Am I close?
Nope, not even in the right part of the world.
Okay, some island in Indonesia somewhere.
You're getting warmer.
Oh, jeez. India?
It is India. India is the number 2 channel, number 2 country. Here, let me pull it up and I'll show you.
That's impressive.
It's not big numbers. Let's just go to YouTube. And I think it was really driven off my slat video, but let's go to my channel. Again, I am 947 subscribers away from 1,000 right now. So
awesome.
I know.
Pump those numbers up, man.
I am up 10 subscribers. So let's go into the advanced mode. Let's change it to the last 90 days. And it's 13.6% female. Viewer age, mostly 25 to 34. And this is what we were just talking about, would be geography. India, Mexico, Indonesia, Canada, UK, Iraq, Egypt, Russia, and Japan. In Japan, they only watch an average of 13 seconds. So
this is not what we wanted. I want something else.
Yeah, I'm just a little disappointed by this. Okay, so what MV and military related YouTube channels do you like to watch?
I subscribe to not very many channels, but I'm going to actually pull up my subscription list here. Some great channels out there. Let's see. Green Dot 319. If you've never watched him, fantastic channel with great information. He just got in some information on original 4GPW and Willie's MBs. I think he's going to see factory original ones, or at least motor pool ones, and he's going to be doing an in-depth detailed analysis of each of those, which I think would be great. Another one that I watch is a channel, Watson's Wagons.
Yep.
My friend Mike Watson. I'm so glad that he's producing videos again, because first of all, I think he's a top-notch artist, hilarious. I don't know. He just makes me laugh. And he's working on an M37 like me, so it's nice to see other guys that are doing that. As far as other military vehicle channels,
The thing. Let me just talk about Watson. The thing that strikes me about Watson, I wish he would be more assertive in his videos.
Assertive.
Assertive, yeah. He's just so mellow in his videos. He looks like he's about to stroke out on all of his videos, doesn't he? Like when he's talking. In terms of the
No,
way that he talks, he's like, ah, rah, 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 rah.
I don't know. I don't get that sensation.
Okay, well, maybe it's just me.
I don't know.
No, I'm just poking fun at him. Actually, I like his channel. I've watched it quite a bit. So, any others?
Any others? Not really. As I go through here, um, it's mostly just other vehicle restoration pages. So guys doing revivals and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, by the looks of it, that's about it. I generally just, when I'm looking for military vehicle content, I usually just put in the search bar exactly what I'm looking for and just watch based on that. I don't subscribe to many channels unless they really have some great content that I would like to see more of, which is why you subscribe. But a lot of videos out there are just guys holding their cameras up top the windshield as they're driving along, and that's great for one or twice viewing, but
Right.
not to come back for more.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's as far as YouTube. Those are two that I subscribe to, and every time I see the notification bell say, "Hey, new video," I go watch it. And then there's this other guy. His name's Tim Scherer, I think. He's got a channel. He gets people on there, and yeah. Oh, that's you. Never mind.
Oh, well, it's yeah. You must live in India because that's my second biggest audience,
It's a
which is
possibility.
doesn't say much,
I
but
don't know whether I'm here or there.
yeah, there you go. Well, you're close to Indiana, so um,
Indiana, India. I can see you drop a letter or two, and then you're in a different part of the world.
of course, the Portrayal Press channel, Patrick's stuff. I don't know if you watch
Yep.
his.
Actually, that is one I am subscribed to. It just didn't show up right away for me. Yep.
So
Good man and good stuff.
yeah, yeah, his videos are always very helpful,
I
and
have I have to watch it. I have to watch the amount that I watch of his channel because I'm going to wind up with a weasel if I don't watch it.
it can happen. It can happen. Um, I might reflect on that a little more later in a couple months, but we're not going to talk about weasels right now.
No, we are not talking about weasels right now.
Um, and there's a few others out there. Of course, there's the Which Hat Am I Wearing channel, which is the Scott Schiller videos. He likes to play dress up quite a bit, but his videos are very, very helpful. And there's some other good ones on there. And then
Has he put anything up recently?
let's see here.
2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Okay.
So I've got some ideas for a parody of him, but I'm kind of holding on to that for the moment.
I would.
Kind of like I did with Patrick Tipton's channel. And
I need to.
then
Mhm.
let's see here. That's like the main one for me. And then things just kind of pop up on my channel a lot. What about like non-MV channels?
Oh, let me enlighten you. I got
Well,
all
let's not talk
kinds.
political stuff. Let's just talk.
No, 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 no. I don't do anything political. My um I like my YouTube to be apolitical as possible. So um non-military vehicle, I have a lot of cooking channels.
Well,
I
you
since
do
I love
cook quite a bit.
I do. So I want to make sure that I'm getting ideas and all that. Let's see here. My Mechanics, Mortsky Repair. Let's see what else. Junkyard Digs, Jonathan W, Thunderhead 289, Vintage Wings Incorporated, which is restoring that Douglas C-53. I like watching revival videos. So guys that are, as you know, are taking old vehicles that are just left for dead out in a tree line and making them work again. That's what we're all of. We are of one brotherhood. So I get out there, and if I had the room, man, I'd be resurrecting all kinds of things. But I don't have the room, or the money for that matter. So I just stick to what I got, which already keeps me broke.
Right. My stuff, I've War Carol's a good channel if you like military aviation. I just love all the stuff connected with 24 Hours of Lemons. If you're familiar with that, it's where it's racing with cars that cost $500. So usually the cars and teams are kind of crazy, and they also have a program called Lemons Car Spotting, where people send in pictures of cars and they just discuss them for like a half an hour, and they're usually the most ridiculous cars. I've been kind of binging some stuff on China. There's a couple channels that do. They basically just make fun of Chinese propaganda, which, hey, who doesn't like that? I got a lot of welder stuff that's kind of popping into mine right now. Save a Fox. There's again, this would be one of the Chinese channels. Of course, the Tank Museum's a good one for
Yes.
me. Also, Sofaline, I think is her name. She does a lot of tank stuff. And the American Armor Museum has good stuff. Also, I have a few model train things, which I don't really do model trains, but I like, watching some videos occasionally. And Rick Beato, I like his music channel. It's pretty good. This guy, Penguin 6, he just kind of walks around Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And just does stuff and looks at stuff. So his stuff, I like his channel. World War II Museum. Let's see. There's a World War II TV is another one. In fact, I talked to that guy about going on his program sometime next summer about my pigeon book. So anyway, those are
cool. Very good.
And also Barn Find Hunter. If you've watched Barn Find Hunter.
I have not.
It's a Haggerty channel, and this guy, Tom, goes out and he finds all these old cars.
Okay.
Really rare and unusual cars, big collections, things like that. And it's interesting. And sometimes he goes out in a woody looking for them. So yeah. So it's a little bit of non-military vehicle stuff, but it's a good channel. So let's talk about our hot topic here, which is, okay, if you had to choose between getting a project with a good body and a crap driveline, or a good driveline and a crap body, which one would you get?
Good driveline, crap body, no question. Because let's put it this way. I'm talking for me. And the reason why I'm talking for me is because I would rather be welding sheet metal. And, it is simpler. There may be tolerances involved, but you're dealing with quarter, half inch, you're dealing with square of the body and all that. That's difficult in and of itself. But have you ever tried to set the lash on a differential? It can, some of those things in the diff and all that require special tools. And if your drivetrain is locked up in garbage, you are talking about if your engine's locked up, if your transmission is a brick, like in my G506, my Chevy transmission, was a brick, that can lead to severe issues because you can at least replace body panels and stuff like that with sheet metal. But where are you going to find in my example, a G506 shifter cane? Fortunately, I knew someone that had one, but I think it is far harder to find good NOS parts because just forget it. NOS parts for a drivetrain of any kind. I would argue that it is far easier to grab a piece of sheet metal and form it to what you need it to be, and make the body good again. You can buy reproduction bodies for vehicles. So if you just want to skip that whole step and just get something new, you can. I don't see that happening with driveline stuff. They are making some new engine blocks. I believe they're coming out of India. At this time, I wouldn't trust it. I'm just talking in a general sense. I would rather have my drivetrain be solid and my body be trash. I think in the long run, you're looking at, well, if you're trying to save money, don't even buy into the hobby. But
Yeah.
but if you're going to want to try to save some money, I guess then my answer to you would be absolutely go with a good drivetrain and a good frame too. And a good frame. I would rather have a good frame and a good drivetrain. Well, for heaven's sakes, look at my Willys MB.
I know.
There's
I
not
was
even a
just
body there.
going there.
There's not even a body on the thing, which is perfect for me because I could do what I want with it. And fortunately, my friend has an original that we'll be putting back on there. It has a decent floor, has a tailgate cut out of it. It needs significant amount of work, but I'd rather be doing that kind of work. Obviously, I'll be inspecting all my driveline, but the thing rolled very easily and all that. So yeah, I'm going to be the one voting for the good driveline.
Yeah, in this case, you got neither.
Well, I got some of the
You
rolling
got no
gear. Come
body
on.
and mostly no driveline.
But Troy Wilcoxon's got me set up. The engine very easily turns over and all that, so I think we're going to be in good shape. And I'm not afraid to refurbish a Jeep motor. Already been through it. Very simple, straightforward. So, but as far as this is concerned, yeah, let's my vote is for the body can be junk as long as the drivetrain is good.
And I think I think the answer is that it really depends upon your skill set. So if
Yep.
you're a really good mechanical person, then you probably want to get a better drive line. If you're a better body person, you maybe want to get better mechanicals. And it depends on what the project is. So
Right. I agree.
if it's like you're trying to fix a half-ton command car, you're gonna have a lot harder time finding parts than you are if you're gonna fix a MB GPW M38 M38A1.
Right.
So okay, well, hey, this has been fun tonight.
I think so. I agree.
Yeah, we kind of covered a lot of different things tonight. Good
Sure
talking to
did.
you. You're my first
Yep.
repeat offender on the show. Oh, let me show you the
You're gonna send
picture
me to
that's
jail.
behind me. See that?
Yes. I was going to ask you about it.
Yeah, I
They got that
believe
loaded
that
for
is
bear.
that's a WC 6x6.
Well, they have it loaded for bear.
Well, and I
I'm
believe
gonna-
it's towing a anti-tank gun 57 millimeter.
Looks it.
But also, if you notice, this is 84th Division, and it's got the
That
84th Division patch on here.
Yeah, I noticed that left mark. I didn't know that was 84th Division, but I figured that's what it was, a division mark.
Yeah, that's what's on my WC, and it's on my GPW. And I had someone about a month ago, or maybe 2 months ago, say, "Oh, that was pretty rare. They didn't use that much. It was the exception." I'm like, "Okay, well, here's 25 pictures of it." So
Always, never, never.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was kind of a fun picture, and it gives me kind of like a halo effect of these guys, doesn't
almost
it?
like a Game of Thrones effect. Sitting
Kinda.
on the throne. With what is it that they sit on? The throne of shame? What? I've never seen the show.
Yeah, I've never seen it either. So
Oh, but then we are
we're talking about things we don't know. So okay, well, hey, good talking to you. And
Same.
Yep, and I'll catch up with you on the next one. So
All right. Very good.
Okay, hey, thanks for tuning into this episode. And if you enjoy, like, share. If you want to become become a Patreon of the show, just slip like a $20 bill in an envelope and mail it to me. That would be great. Or
awesome.
a 50 or 100. If you've got, I accept gift cards from different Jeep manufacturers. So
how about a
if you're gonna do
Chili's
that,
gift card?
say again.
How about a Chili's gift card?
I would take a Chili's gift card too. So
You can't work on these things if you're hungry. You
it's
can't.
true. It's true. It is so true.
You can't change the oil filter and eat a sandwich at the same time.
That is also true as well. So you've got to prioritize.
Yes.
And I believe that the meal is a little lower on Maslow's hierarchy of needs than the oil filter, which is more along the lines of self-actualization.
Yes.
Okay. This is like Seinfeld. It's like an episode about nothing and everything, isn't it?
At the same time.
At the same time. Okay, I'm going to pull a plug on this. Thanks for tuning in. Good talking to you, and I will catch you on the next one.